weird cinematic bullshit.
Even know because I have to sit because I use my phone, right, and I use this thing called Droidcam, and I think maybe I need the premium version to extended width, and I'm not paying for the premium version, but for a while I had the wide view, and then it's just all of a sudden gone like this, and I've got my phone in landscape, so it's not that.
It's like you're in IMAX. Release the
No,
Lucas cut.
I was gonna say I am right now. I am a Zack Snyder movie, so enjoy it. Okay. I know Warner Brothers won't like it, but fuck you.
I've started the podcast, and you've come in hot and heavy with the F bomb to Warner Brothers. It's what did you say it was before we started the podcast? International Maori Week or something?
International Multi-Language Week. So kia ora koutou.
And how do you say like and subscribe in Maori?
I would not have a clue.
Well,
There's no words for subscribe.
Like and subscribe me. And now that no Maoris are going to subscribe to this podcast, welcome everybody for another week. Joined again by KiwiLucas, and look who's returned from the depths. He's
I think I'm pretty good.
It's a very apt with the hat from the depths, actually. That word.
I didn't even try. It just came naturally.
It's on the ocean
Let's
hunting
sail
sperm
on.
whales.
Hunting whales? You look like a sea captain.
I know. I was wearing this hat all through camping. I fucking loved it. Everybody kept calling me the Admiral at camp.
The Admiral. I love it.
Have you ever watched How You Met Your Mother?
No.
There's literally a guy in the thing called the Captain. I feel like you're the captain right now.
And the captain.
All he
Does he,
does
like-
is talk about boats.
Doesn't he take everything super seriously and stuff as well? I haven't seen that show in
It's
ages.
just no. It's like the top half of his face is always serious, but the bottom half is always happy or something like that. But they're all really scared of him because he's got boats and harpoons and guns and stuff.
Harpoons are pretty sick.
Yeah. I want to shoot a harpoon. That's one of my random bucket list items.
Just once?
I don't think
Yeah.
you don't shoot a harpoon. You shoot a spear gun.
What do you do with a harpoon? Throw it?
Yeah, the harpoon is
Harpoon's basically a big metal spear, I think.
Yeah. But you can get harpoon guns.
Yeah, it's spear guns. That's what they're called. Spear guns.
I don't want a little spear gun. I want
The
the
spear
big
guns are
one.
fucking massive.
No, I'm thinking spear, you go spearfishing. That's a spear gun. They're tiny. But the spear,
How small do you think they are? 'Cause then I
so
don't
it's
think-
I'm talking like the.
you're going like this.
Yeah. So the rod's about this wide, right? And then they're the spears are this long. I've been spearfishing before.
Oh, that aspect ratio
I-
fucked it up. Your hands were off screen.
I want the tip of the spear to be as big as my head, you know?
You have to. They're probably mounted on the front of
Yeah, that's what I want.
boats.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm thinking the Sea of Thieves. You know how at the front of the boat you got those guns? That's what I'm thinking you want to throw, you want to shoot.
I'm I'm thinking old time, a whaling movie sort of thing, that sort of big harpoon.
I was thinking on the front of Japanese science vessels.
Good movie, The Cove. Actually, have you ever thought about the whole impacts of whaling and that sort of thing? Go watch that. That's a
Wasn't
watch.
it no,
A documentary, not a movie.
But I saw a thing on Reddit today or yesterday, and there's some orca just chilling out in a fucking Seaworld in Canada somewhere, and they can't do anything with it, and it's just gonna live in that fucking by itself, no people, no other fish, no nothing.
In SeaWorld?
And I don't think it's called Seaworld. It's like a Seaworld equivalent, a Canadian Seaworld equivalent. But it's just the whole park's empty. It's deserted. Nobody goes there. But it's just in a fucking pond. Someone comes every so often to make sure the machinery is working and feeds it, and that's it.
And they can't release it into the wild?
No, because they've had it since a baby or whatever. And if they release it into the wild now, it doesn't know how to fish and shit hunt and shit like that. So it'll just fucking starve. Which honestly, I would prefer. I'd prefer it to just like at least experience a bit of freedom before it conks out, rather than just slowly die inside of a fucking pool.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they could. I don't know marine biology enough, but could you introduce like another one to it that kind of knows like a damaged one, and then like release them together? Like, I don't know. Maybe the other one would just kill it.
Can't you just take it to another water park?
Yeah, but it's just the same shit at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, but at least there's people and stuff.
There's real moral dilemma there.
Would you rather be in a deserted water park or a water park with people watching you, Joe?
If I was stuck in the water and forced to do tricks to get fish, then probably neither, to be honest.
Let it go down the slides every now and again.
Listen, everybody should cuck SeaWorld. Fuck the system.
Aren't they conserving the animals? Isn't it a good thing?
Conserving the... What? No. Do you think if they didn't make a profit margin, they would conserve the animals?
So let's not get political.
Listen, these are not fucking people that are doing this because of the love of animals. These are people that know kids want to come see fucking Baloo, the giant white bear that's never fucking left his enclosure. And spends all night headbutting his fucking iron bars until his reputable masters come in.
Hey man, you make it sound awful. That polar bear at SeaWorld, he looks so chill. He just chills in the water, does some backstroke.
Tranquilize him and feed him fucking drugs that they find on the Mexican market.
Sounds like a good life, if you ask me.
Let's preferences. This is like the company that like runs it. They're the evil people. I guess like most of the trainers would actually be interested in looking after animals and that sort of thing. So there is some good people in the business. Let's not like just.
I mean, you opened the podcast by saying "fuck Warner Brothers," and Joe's coming hot with the "fuck SeaWorld."
No, I didn't. You cut
Honestly, fuck Warner Brothers. I was thinking of Disney. Sorry, I was thinking the guy at Walt Disney was a huge anti-Semitic and a racist.
He was a Nazi.
Been to Mickey Mouse for years.
But yeah, no, people that work at fucking SeaWorld fall under the same dilemma as like people that become vets because they like animals. They just spend 80% of their time killing families' loved animals. That's their whole job. Like,
please don't make me laugh about this topic. Like, it's too serious.
Like they go to high school and they go, we'll work with animals all day. And they work at the fucking veterinarian at Brown's Plains, and all they do is put down staffable terriers all day that, you know, their family loves, and, you know, it sucks. I can feel sorry for those people.
There's a freezer bin out the back.
Mm-hmm. then they go to
I was supposed to work at a vet for a while.
Yeah, they freeze them and then they send them to a pet cemetery and they burn them and the ashes get sent in a plastic bag, which I always found awful. We burnt our dog, and it came to us in a plastic bag. It just with the word Woody on it and a fucking shitty white sticker.
You had a dog named Woody?
We did have a dog named.
I had a cat named Woody. I had a dog named Buzz.
We've had a dog named Woody, Rory, Maisie, Missy, Nissa, which is a weird one. Yeah, heaps.
I had Buzz, and then Zeus. And yeah, there's honestly like 46 dogs I could name, but it's just like all over the place. But no, Buzz was my first dog. We actually took him home and buried him.
Yeah, I would have preferred that for Woody, honestly, but apparently you can't do that. You gotta like burn or bury them in an actual pet cemetery.
I've buried a couple.
No, they just let us.
6 foot deep.
Maybe
make sure they don't come back as zombies.
Wait, that'd be a cool movie. Zombie dogs.
Isn't that Pet Cemetery?
Is Ryan Reynolds in that?
Yeah, that's right. There is a movie called Pet Cemeteries.
With or without Ryan Reynolds?
I've never seen the movies. Right now.
Damn, someone needs to fact check that. We need like a Joe Rogan guy, like Jamie, whatever his name is.
Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery.
I'll be your Jamie.
Yeah, Joe, pull that shit up.
2000. Wait, this came out in 2019.
Yeah. Oh, there's two of them. The one that there was like a reboot recently.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, 1989 and 2019.
Who was in the 2019? Who did it star?
Oh shit! I clicked the Wikipedia, not the IMDb. That's fine.
It's
This
the
is
same
Captain
thing.
Factor.
Jamie Clark, Amy Schmetz, John Lithgow.
Oh, John Lithgow. I like him.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's in.
I don't know.
Oh,
Any
yeah.
of these
Oh,
people.
man, I know that name.
Man, this sounds like a B-rate movie.
Who's in the original one?
He's what you call it, Barney's dad from.
Oh, dude, fucking. Okay.
No, that's the guy from The Price is Right.
Oh, it's based on a Stephen King novel.
Yeah, so it's a horror.
Do they come back as zombies?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I didn't really read much more. I feel like. Are you guys horror film people? Because I'm not, but I will watch one and one pops up.
I think the best horror film I've seen was the Jordan Peele one, the first one he did. What's it called? Can't remember what it's called. Where like the family's wearing like people.
Wearing
I can't-
people?
I'm gonna have.
The Hillbilly. Oh, what was it called?
No,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No.
He wears people.
Is Texas Chainsaw Massacre a horror?
Yes.
Is it? It's like a
Yes. He
killer.
kills people's faces off and shit, and he lives with a bunch of killer hillbillies and whatnot.
I thought it was just like
Get out.
propaganda.
Get Out.
Yeah.
I watched the I haven't watched Get Out, but I did watch the one that is it John Klansky or whatever his name is.
Krasinski?
He made that one with Emily Blunt, who I only found out recently is his wife, which is a fucking kudos to him. Emily Blunt's a goat. She's
The Quiet Place though, is that the one?
yeah. I enjoyed that. That was cool. I don't know if that's a horror though. It's more of a thriller.
I don't like the laws of that universe.
Why?
It's like too much, or not enough. I don't know, but it's like either every single little noise makes a sound and they attack at that sound, or no noise makes a sound. If that makes sense, it probably didn't.
No, it didn't make any sense.
I just feel like the rules of sound in that universe are a bit too obscure for me to enjoy it.
I like the scene where they've been bottled up for so long, and then he takes his son to the waterfall where he uses the water to cover the sound, and they can finally scream and yell and shit. The look of elation on their faces for just talking in a normal voice and shit like that.
That's what I mean though. Why did the waterfall not fucking
Because I think it's
things there?
They're like predators, right? So it's a tiger or a lion is not gonna chase after the noise of a tree falling down or a fucking a noise that it knows is not gonna make it food or can make it consume nutrients that it needs. But it will chase the noise of an antelope running or whatever,
I feel like you've just unruined that movie for me, and I should go watch it again. Because there's things like that, or floorboards creaking and shit like that. I'm they can hear this. What's going on?
The one thing I didn't like from it, the one scene that annoyed me, is when the kid's playing with the fucking toy. And it's fucking obvious as shit that it's a light up, make noise toy. And the parents are like, I'm sure it won't make any noise. And then he fucking puts batteries in it. And it fucking starts going beep, 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 and then the thing comes and fucking eats him. That would be in a universe where you're so terrified of noise. The first thing I do when I pick up anything is this thing gonna make noise? That's my first fucking thought that passes through my head.
Yeah, fair enough. I haven't watched the movie.
Speaking about making noise,
Yeah.
PlayStation 5 games, Sony, stuff like that.
Brilliant segue. It's like you haven't missed 4 podcasts at all.
Mate, this shit's easy.
Fair enough.
Sony Horizon 2 Fiasco backwards compatible. Explain
why is that a fiasco, by the way?
Explain that
coming into this blind, not knowing what the fuck you're talking about. Why is it being backwards compatible a bad thing?
So you guys obviously didn't hear what happened. So I'll explain it for you guys and for everyone else. So basically, Horizon Zero Dawn 2. What's it called? Horizon New Vegas or something? I can't remember. I can't even remember. Horizon New Dawn? Horizon... You guys know the game, right? The Horizon with the chick with the robots from the future.
Yes.
So I'm just going to call it Horizon 2 from now because I forget the name of it. It was actually meant to be a PlayStation launch title, and because it got delayed because they had to still work on it, which is fine. I think Forbidden West, thank you. Yeah, which is fine. You know, work on your game, release it when it's ready. What they were going to do is the pre-orders got announced, and they were charging separate amounts to the PS4/PS5 version. I think the PS5 version was an extra $20. However, it was also not a free upgrade for PS4 owners at the start, and they would have to pay for the game again if they wanted to play it on PS5. This went on for about 2 or 3 days, and so, like a lot of backlash because it was supposed to be a launch title for the console. And then they changed their minds. Quickly, like after all this backlash and everything happened, they changed their minds straight back because they were getting bombarded with bad reviews and bad press, and Reddit was blowing their minds, which they like to do every day. So yeah, I don't know. It was something shit, and then Sony backflipped because they had to.
Yeah, look, I think I kind of had this conversation with you the other day, Brandon, but like, I feel like everyone was really easy on developers, like they should be last year, like because of the global situation and everything going on. And now this year, like anything goes wrong, everyone is right back to the just like, I am gonna bitch about it on the internet, like, because I talked about this with Rockstar, like that was, like it was a shit show them announcing like the GTA 5 like PS5 upgrade. Like that was stupid how they built up, oh, let's have this big reveal. But like going through like Reddit discussions and stuff like that, and it's just like pages and pages of people whinging, like, come on, man. Like,
what's wrong with the PS5 Grand Theft Auto thing?
Because the game's like
wanted,
10 years old.
Everyone wanted GTA 6. Everyone wanted GTA 6, and they went and just announced that, like, hey, GTA 5's now, like, going to be better on PS5. And then everyone's like, why can't you give us GTA 6? This game is, what, 2 generations old now?
I think it was a long time between GTA 4 and GTA 5 though, as well.
Not
like
this
a long
long.
time. Was it not this long?
No.
No. I think GTA, actually I looked it up the other day. GTA 4 was 2008. GTA 5 was 2012.
Right.
And then it's been 11 years since the last GTA game, really.
Yeah, 2008 was GTA 4.
And
2012 was GTA 5.
Yeah. The other thing you got to remember is that Grand Theft Auto, and I'm really pissed off because they either have announced or it's heavily rumored that the remastered San Andreas, Vice City, and Liberty City stories are all coming out. It's either confirmed or rumored heavily, and that's what they could have released in that time slot. Also, there was actually not a single PS4/Xbox One generation GTA game. Like, they missed that whole generation because of how big GTA 5 was, too.
Yeah, but the thing I'm sorry, you go.
No, you go. Oh, so what I was saying is, to Brandon, is basically their excuse for not having one. And I understand it is that GTA Online was their one for the PS4, Xbox One generation, because, like, I know it came out with the Xbox 360 version and the PS3 version, but it was unplayable at launch until the next gen version came out, and then they've been building on that. Like, I know they haven't really added any extra like free roam map areas, but they've added extra like housing and missions and heists and all that. Like, they've steadily done that. Like, that's their game as a service sort of thing at the moment. But
the biggest problem I have with this whole thing is that there's no wiggle room for developers anymore. It's either you bring out a completely polished title that's fucking amazing in a very short period of time between each game to keep people happy, which is just, you just can't do, especially with a game the scope the size of like PS5. Like let's say the opposite happened and they announced GTA 6, and the fucking trailer was like just cooked because they didn't have enough time to work on it, and it like looked like shit. Like what they people would have been annoyed if GTA 5 didn't have as, because you got to admit GTA 5 has a lot of free content that you get from just having the game. Like you get all the, like you said, all the other highs and shit like that. People would have been annoyed if they would have just gone, okay, well, here's GTA 5, here's the base game, there you go, that's yours, have that and online, and then we're just going to start working on GTA 6 straight away, and you don't get anything more for GTA 5. There would have been pages and pages on Reddit of people being like, oh, why is this game not supported? Why don't I get my food? Blah, blah, blah. And then you would have had the opposite. They're like, it's like, gamers are the worst. Honestly, we're all shit cunts. Like we're just, we'll complain either way. Like, so...
you literally just explained what's happening with Red Dead 2.
I know exactly why you were laughing and giggling then, Lucas.
Yeah, so it was in that same comment section that I was in, like, yesterday. It was like someone having that exact like complaint because Red Dead 2 online, like that's pretty much being killed because it does not have enough of a player base. So they're just like, well, we're not making any money out of this, so why keep developing it? And people are like, oh, Rockstar's not developing this anymore because not enough people play it. And I'm like, yes.
You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. The problem with like the gaming market compared to like any other more like in the digital world market, like let's take like home office, like Microsoft Word and shit like that, right? Is that the people are not passionate and don't give a shit about the new. Well, there are some people, but fuck
I was
them.
gonna say Windows 11 is pretty
yeah, people are not. The market as a whole is not as passionate about the new fucking Microsoft Excel that comes out on Microsoft Word. You know what I mean? So they can just release them when they want. There you go. Deal with it. You're done. That's it. That's all you got. But with games and the gaming and pop culture in general, is that everybody's fucking so passionate about it. It's like nobody's opening up GTA 5 because they have to do it. They don't know because they want to do it, which means people are going to be way more involved and have way more opinions about how they think it should be done.
Do you think that means... Oh, go on.
No, I was just going to say, it's just like you have some people that want new games with entirely new universes every year, and then you get other people that just like, hey, this is my game, just keep updating this and making this more pretty and run better and have new content. They're just fucked either way.
I think that's why Skyrim, and I know I talked to you about it, Lucas, but that's been re-released like, 8 times now? They've just got a 10th year anniversary and all that, so it's, yeah, honestly, like that game's the same.
Skyrim's a freak of nature because I'm fairly sure at this point they're doing it because they know how much of a meme Bethesda knows how much of a meme releasing Skyrim on new shit is. They know people will buy that just because it's
like, a meme.
Because it's like, oh, now I own Skyrim on fucking 9 different platforms now. like,
but I know someone who played it on Switch and that was their first time playing it. And I haven't actually played it. I've played it for about 3 hours on PC, so there's always going to be someone, like it's probably one of the biggest games in the world, but there's always going to be someone needing to play that game too.
Like, there's a reason it's a go. It's a good RPG.
Yeah, I know someone that can play it on their fridge.
Yeah.
That's because you can use it's got Microsoft Edge on the fridge or whatever, so he can stream it through whatever the Xbox streaming thing is. I've got it. I don't know what it is.
That's fridge liquid cooled.
That's awful. It's like that Minecraft server that it's actually just Pokemon Red on a working Game Boy in Minecraft.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I feel bad for. Well, I don't feel that bad for them because they're fucking rolling in their billions of dollars. But I do feel bad for like some AAA titles.
Well, do you think that passion takes away from consumers realizing that these companies are businesses too? Like, at the end of the day, Rockstar has to look after their investors and their profit. Like, they are a business. I think the world in general, when it comes to gaming, has become way too picky. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I was fucking happy with whatever video game I got fucking 10 years ago. I got it, I played it, and I loved it. I didn't have a choice because I wanted to get anything else. Like, it was... Now it's like, I want the game that completely fits every single one of my needs, and I want this to be updated all the time.
Like, people, you know, that people value their time so highly and value the fact that and people get mad at spending like, I used to spend at JB Hi-Fi $90 to $100 on a video game in EB games.
Yeah.
Like that was not unreasonable to me. And now I look at $90 or $100 for a video game, and I'm just like, fucking no thanks. Like I'm not paying that much anymore. Like, I don't know. People just have their opinions. People want what they want, and they won't be happy regardless. So it's a lose-lose battle.
That's our culture though. Today is like to complain. I hate it. I do, and right now I'm complaining about
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was literally gonna say, I've become that asshole now that all he does is mention about how all the other people that like video games and complain about them are assholes, and by proxy, I've now become an asshole that's also like it's.
I will also argue though, like if I'm playing devil's advocate for you, Joe, you're saying that $100 isn't anything to you anymore, right? Like, obviously $100 is $100. But you're saying that, like, spending money on a video game isn't the biggest deal in the world, right?
No. I was saying the opposite. I was saying that I used to spend $80 to $100 on a video game, and I would be like, fuck yeah, take it home and play it. And now I go into EV games or look at Steam and I go, $100 video game, I'm not paying that. Like,
and the game's way more developed than what you used to.
I mean,
that's the thing.
I have a PS5 and I haven't bought a PS5 game. I mean, I bought Ratchet and Clank and then didn't have time to play it and took it back. But I'm playing Final Fantasy VII, which was the reason I wanted a new PS5 anyway. So I get to mention it once a week. I'm happy. I hit my quota, baby.
I mean, as much as we give you shit for it, at least you're not like a jaded asshole about it. You know what I mean? You like that game. You want to play that game. You've always liked that game since like you were an adolescent, and you still like it. Like, that's good. That's what gaming should be. But like,
I thought you were going to say you're still an adolescent. I don't know. That's just how my brain
I don't particularly like the game or the universe or any of the people or most of the people that play it or anything about it. But I'm glad that you like it.
But no, there's no but. That's it.
No, that's all you get.
Yeah. So going back to Horizon after our regularly scheduled tangents, do you think like Sony should just give out the upgrade for free, or do you think it's justified that it's a? I don't think they should make people repay, but I don't see a reason why if you buy it on PS4 for $60, why you would get the free upgrade anyway if it cost $80 on PS5 for those extra PS5 features. And I know they have to compete with Xbox as well because Xbox do have that model, but it is what it is at the end of the day too.
If you're getting extra features in the PS5 version versus the PS4 version, the PS5 version should cost more than the PS4 version. Like,
we had this exact same discussion about the Shakira game, if I remember.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
I think my point would still be the same then. It's like if they're complaining that they're what? So that the complaint is, I own this on PS4. I bought a PS5. I shouldn't have to buy it again. Is their complaint?
Well, the only other argument is that it was promised as a free upgrade because it was supposed to be a launch title. So I think the corporate backflip that Sony did is justified. I'm not saying it should always happen. I'm just saying that in this, like in the Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West circumstance, that I can see why they had to, and I think it's actually good for consumers that they did it. I'm not saying it should happen every time. I'm just saying in this case that it should happen.
Has the PS4 game come out?
No.
So what's the
game doesn't? The game doesn't come out till next year.
Yeah, if they've pre-ordered it, they can just like pre-orders aren't finalized. You can get your money back for them.
Oh, the big gaming's coming after you now, Lucas. You're exposing their secrets.
Like, I'm just. I'm done.
The point to take away of this is don't ever pre-order games. It's the number one rule of gaming. Don't ever fucking pre-order games.
Yeah, I learnt my lesson with Destiny 2, I'll be honest. I've played a lot less of that game because... To
be honest, fuck you, because Destiny 2 is great.
Maybe I should play it.
Yeah, you should.
Anyway, lighter topic, still involving...
PlayStation games. Speaking of other PlayStation games...
I was just about to segue into it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
All right, so Brandon, you were the one that kind of you watched the whole event, didn't you? The PlayStation
KOTOR, baby! We're getting the fucking remake! I'm so excited! I'm so
Brandon,
excited.
you watched the whole event, didn't you?
I watched the whole event, yeah. It was...
You didn't answer my question, but yeah, okay.
Man, it's a good time to be a PS5 owner.
KOTOR is not an exclusive. I'll just put that out there.
I think it's timed exclusive. I don't care. We're all getting it. I'd rather it not be an exclusive so you can play it on Xbox.
Is it going to be cross-platform?
It's single player, so it doesn't really need to be.
Oh, I thought Knights of the Old Republic had multiplayer.
Are you thinking of...
I might be thinking of, yeah, no worries.
No, yeah.
I was never a huge Star Wars game guy. I never really played too many of them.
I think
I'm a Nintendo kid, so.
Look, if it has like the gameplay of
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, if it has the gameplay of Fallen Order with like the KOTOR story, I'm like, I'd be so down for that because I never actually played KOTOR when it came out or anything, so this would be a good thing for me because all I've heard is how great the story is, and I know the story somewhat, but like it'd still be twists and turns, especially if they did like, and Brandon's gonna eat this up, but like Final Fantasy remake, they made changes or something to it.
He said the thing that I like.
Yeah. I know, like I like remakes when they don't fully follow the old story, but
yeah,
they
I'm
do.
the same.
They gotta handle it well, though. You know.
They're not afraid to jump off the path a little bit, but they keep the skeleton there basically.
Hopefully, there's no plot ghosts in this one, and that's a reference that neither of you two will get.
Nope.
The
how much would your nerd brain freak out if there was a Final Fantasy Star Wars crossover? Like, what would even happen to you?
I hate crossovers. I don't like them.
But there is. Wouldn't Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, actually,
shit. Final Fantasy and Star Wars.
Maybe I don't hate crossovers. I'm just negative. Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't, but it was heavily rumored. But I think it was being developed before the whole Marvel and Star Wars got bought by Disney. So Kingdom Hearts 4, fingers crossed that's coming out. Hopefully that comes out and they include Star Wars and some Marvel universes in there. The other thing I'll talk about KOTOR is it's wild to me, but both BioWare and EA have nothing to do with it too.
Yeah, who's the publisher? Who's the game studio?
Aspire, who have worked on something.
Sounds familiar. Sounds very familiar. Is Aspire? Isn't that the logo of the yellow man holding in the square up?
No, I think it's a star.
I thought you were thinking about Lucasfilm one. Lucas Arts or whatever. Lucas Arts is a.
It's like some weird looking star.
Apparently... it's like a blue. Yeah, very simple.
So they worked on the original games. So they must be a Lucasfilm owned company because they've worked on a lot of Star Wars games. It looks like
they did Civ 5.
Yeah, they must have. They might not have been the main developer, but
they did Borderlands 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, these guys have got some chops for sure.
Yeah, definitely a decent game studio.
They did Quake 4. These are some good games. They did. Oh, okay, now that you're fine, Brandon. They did Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Oh, I can't wait for the skating level when we bust out fucking Superman by Goldfinger with a lightsaber in our fucking hand.
Skating level was the best level in Spyro 3.
Yep. Bastards carrying those eggs.
Don't you shoot fireballs when you're on the skateboard in that game?
Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while.
Okay. Just one of those random things.
I played it on my PSP.
I remember my dad had to come catch some of the little fuckers though, because my little fucking kid brain couldn't figure it out. He had to shortcut
cut angles. Yeah.
So I would just chase them perfectly, and I would never catch them. It would just fuck me off.
You got to zig when you're supposed to zag.
But yeah, no, KOTOR. It'll be a fun game to watch other people play. I probably won't play it.
Fair enough.
That'd be a good streaming game for you, Brandon.
Dude, I'm so excited. I'm so keen to play this game.
Do you know what else would be a great streaming game for you?
Go on.
God of War.
Oh. This event had some absolute bangers. Like, absolute bangers. There's nothing that they oh man, fuck, it's a good time to have a PS5.
Can I just get this out of the way now? I love the way that Thor looks, by the way. Fuck the memes.
I was gonna bring that up. People are mad because he doesn't look like Chris Hemsworth. I'm like,
Yeah.
Thor doesn't look like that. Like,
He's just a fucking tanky boy, bro. I fucking
Just
love it.
a big, thick Viking, just like meaty and hairy and just ready to fucking drink and battle. And it's awesome.
And they made Mjolnir look like it was like the way it's meant to look, which is actually more of like a small crafting hammer rather than a big fucking square
Like Warhammer thing.
Yeah. Like it's cool. I'm all for it. What's his relation to Boulder again? Is it brother, father, cousin, uncle?
Do you want me to...
Huh? Is it... I think he's his father. Thor...
No, Odin's Thor's father. Father.
Father. No, I think Thor is Boulder's.
No, they're half brothers.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because Boulder's Freya's son. Freya and Thor. Freya and Odin.
Boulder is one of the sons of Odin and Freya. Rules. Oh, okay, yeah, so they're half brothers. Okay. Who's Thor's mother then?
I thought it was Freya.
No, it's not Freya.
Frigga.
Who?
Frigga.
Frigga.
Ah, yeah.
Frigga.
Man, we're really pulling back to the Age of Mythology lore here, aren't we?
Well, that's the honestly.
Thor might be on the way.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about Thor is about God of War. It's not necessarily that it's cool to play, which it is, which is a big plus, but it's the fact that they actually like do all that fucking sick mythology, like all that kind of stuff. There's rumors that they might start going into like like by the end of this one, they might start dipping their toes into like another one as well.
Well, there's a theory out there, and have you guys seen the trailer?
Yes, I've seen the trailer. Yeah.
Do you care for spoilers in the trailer, Lucas?
You should watch the trailer, Lucas, because it's actually sick.
I know how excited you are to play the first game too.
Yeah, I still haven't played the first game.
Oh, you not played the first one?
And I intentionally didn't watch Brandon's stream because of it.
Well, you didn't miss much. It was just Brandon dying to the same fucking boss for about fucking 7 hours.
Mate, it was entertainment, okay?
See,
were you not entertained?
I own God of War, I just haven't played it.
Why? Just sit down on a weekend, mate. Buy yourself a 6-pack and just smash it out.
You don't have a PS4 in New Zealand, though, do you?
No, my PS4 is in my flatmate's room. He's been borrowing it.
Fucking yoink that back out.
Yeah, 100%. Get on it.
I probably should have during lockdown, but yeah.
I reckon
Didn't want to take it off.
next bye weekend, you got to just smash out the God of War if you're not doing anything.
I do need to play it. If I'm not going to play it, I'll actually just watch, like, and this is what I did with the first Spider-Man, like, the first Spider-Man game. I literally just watched the whole game. I didn't play it.
That's my game that I own. One of many, actually, that I just haven't even started playing yet. And I'd love to now because I guess we'll segue at this point. But Spider-Man 2, boys, coming out. It looks really, really good, too. Like, really good.
And Creighton.
Never played a Spider-Man game.
Amazing Spider-Man on the GameCube. Amazing.
Yeah, the one on PS2. I think it's number 2 or 1.
No,
I think we're talking about
Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man on GameCube.
Was it also the one on PS2?
No, you're thinking of Spider-Man 2.
On PlayStation 2.
Yes.
The best web slinging in any game ever for Spider-Man. Yes, that one.
Oh, except for like the new one.
I haven't played the new one. We just covered this.
But like, the Amazing Spider-Man on, and it actually might be the Ultimate Spider-Man. It was on GameCube, but it was like a cell shaded one, and like, I doubt it still holds up, but like in my mind, it still holds up today.
It doesn't. Trust me. I went back and played a bunch of old GameCube games, and they do not hold up. I have fond memories of them, but they do not hold up. The only ones that hold up are the ones with really simple premises, like racing games like Mario Kart Double Dash and shit. That's still the same. That's just you running around a circus. circuit still.
I feel like those Legends of Zelda games would hold up though.
Some of them do.
What's the one that you always want me to play? Twilight Princess?
Yeah. It's a great game. I was looking at it the other day. I had a great time as a kid, and I bet you there's fuck all people that even know this game playing Ty the Tasmanian Tiger on GameCube.
I know the game, I didn't play it.
I'm sure it got a remaster recently. I swear it did.
Fucking loved that game. I collected all the boomerangs, I collected all the fucking little dumb fruit, like I collected all the shit in that fucking game.
Because it was more of it was like Crash Bandicoot ripoff, but also like a Donkey Kong ripoff, right?
Kinda. It was just you just had, like, the whole premise of the game was you had to go stop a guy called Sly, and he was basically like an evil version of you, and you had to go save all the bunyips.
No, they didn't announce a Sly Cooper remake.
Yeah, but by the end of the game, you got a fucking remote control boomerang that explodes. It was sick.
So he's like, it's the precursor to the Batman Arkham games.
Sure.
With a remote control batarang.
I was thinking the same thing, but I knew I'd get the same response, so I didn't say it.
Listen, I'm not saying they were A-list titles, but I played the shit out.
Well, the reason I brought up Batman is because Wolverine is just two Batmans kissing. And they announced a Wolverine game.
And it's going to be terrible.
4.5 on that segue, by the way. Out of 10.
You reckon it's going to be terrible?
I don't think the game's going to be good.
You don't think the game's going to be good?
No.
It's Insomniac making it, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but like, it's just going to be recycled Batman game. It's going to be the same fucking shit.
I
highly
disagree.
You ever play, I think it was the Wolverine Origins game. Like, the movie was garbage.
The game was good.
Yeah.
No, I never played it, but I don't have high hopes for it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I do. I have higher hopes.
I watched Logan for the first time at the start of the year, and it fucked me up. I cried at the end of that fucking movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie, but I didn't watch any fucking trailers or anything, so I had no idea what kind of movie it was going to be. And I went into it thinking it was going to be like the last X-Men movie, you know? He goes out heroically and he walks off to, you know, go become a rancher in the back of Texas somewhere with his wife or whatever. Nah, none of that shit. They opened the movie with him fucking skull fucking two people with his claws, and I was like, okay, this is not going to be a fucking X-Men movie.
Not your dad's Wolverine.
It was great. I loved it, but it was fucking.
Oh, it was a fucking brilliant movie. So good.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, but when the fucking clone Wolverine kills fucking Charles, I was just like, fucking Jesus Christ, because it's like he has dementia, right? That's his whole thing. So he is like not all there anyway. He totally thinks he got killed by Logan.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the last thing he thinks. Well, it's not the last thing he says, but it's the last thing, like, he thinks, really. And then it's just like, oof. And that's going through fucking Logan's mind, and the whole, like, when he's burying him and shit, it's like, I love this guy who's basically my dad, and his last thought is that I fucking killed him. Like, it's fucking rough, dude.
Oh, dude, Patrick Stewart did, like, the best job as sport in that movie. Like, holy shit.
I'm like,
Sorry, I seen originally they were going to bring James McAvoy in right at the end.
I'm glad.
And I was like, I'm so happy they didn't. Like, I love his Professor X, and I love Michael Fassbender as Magneto, but I'm happy for them to stay like out of the Logan movie, because man, that was just like, I thought they handled that movie perfectly.
There was like, Caliban was a very small part of it, but I've always liked him as an X-Men. He was really cool. And like, well, he was never an X-Men, but as a mutant, I suppose. But yeah.
You know who they should have brought in at the end instead?
What?
Beast. Kelsey Grammer's Beast. Perfect movie, you can't tell me otherwise.
It would have just been fucking such an abrupt chaos. Like, no, it's a cool premise, and like how he's so old and his powers have just been so powerful for so long that they've just started to fade away and shit like that. And like, it was rumored, like, when he's talking to the doctor in that scene, it's like basically the adamantine in his body is like the thing that's poisoning him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if he somehow managed to get rid of it, he could probably live. But he's just become so ingrained in his skeleton and in him, and it's like his idea of Wolverine that he was just gonna either die to it slowly or go out like a fucking badass like he did. So.
Oh man, like the Berserker scene, like where
when
he's
he
running
fucking
through.
takes the fucking
Yeah,
green
yeah.
shit or whatever, and he just goes ape shit. Yeah, it's fucking lit.
Oh,
So good.
oh. Man, we're gonna start a Logan tribute podcast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He does. Like, I was just happy there was at least one famous Wolverine leap where he like jumps off the ground and like jumps into their chest and plunges both his claws into him. I was like, yes, we got one more of those.
I will be honest though, in the Japanese Wolverine movie, I was disappointed because he was gonna wear his comic book suit, and they never got around to showing it in that movie. And I was excited for it.
That was a weird movie. It kind of came out of nowhere. That one, because it's like it didn't really follow the rest of the plot line, really, did it?
It's standalone-ish, but it kind of tied in, or it jumped from there to Days of Future Past.
The one thing that annoys me, sorry that we're still talking about this, is the same thing that annoys me about Marvel with the vibranium, and that when they first introduced vibranium and nice. It's fun to just play with it, honestly. When they first introduce vibranium and when they first introduce, what's it called? What's Wolverine's metal made?
Adamantium.
Adamantium. They're like, oh, this is the smallest, like this is the most amount on Earth, and then slowly it's like more and more people have it. Now the fucking decrepit old Asian dude has a fucking whole suit made out of it.
Oh, that's
and,
right.
Like it and shit like that, and then they're like, oh yeah, Wakanda. It's literally a ginormous, like there's more of this metal on Earth now than there is fucking copper. Like why aren't people just fucking driving around in vibranium cars and like it's just it's it always annoyed me a little bit. But good movie, go watch it. Speaking of
Marvel movies. Yes. God damn.
I'm gonna give that we're gonna start ranking each other's segues. I'm gonna give that one an 8 because it was a duo segue.
Jason Momoa the movie too.
Oh, I was talking about Shang-Chi.
I thought we were going Shang-Chi with that one. That one's DC.
Yeah. Listen, Shang-Chi is probably a lot better than Aquaman 2, although I haven't seen either.
Aquaman 2's not out yet. They just released Jason Momoa's suit. Like, there's a photo of him in a suit.
I don't even think it's him in the suit. It looks like a bad Photoshop where they've taken Jason Momoa's head and put it on someone else's body.
I'm gonna have to Google this.
I'm hoping to see Shang-Chi sometime this week. With how my work works at the moment, I might be able to take one of my students to go watch it. So, fingers crossed.
But yeah, I haven't gone to the cinemas in ages. Seems like a good film.
They only just opened back up this week for us. So.
They might be shutting for us over here, sure, depending on how it goes. But no, it's,
zero COVID cases today in Queensland.
No, there's 2. But anyway, let's not talk about it. Who the fuck wants to talk about fucking...
Aquaman, right? I put his suit in the Google Docs and it's up on the podcast for everyone to
when
see.
you said bad Photoshop, I was expecting a lot worse than that. But it kind of does look like a Photoshop.
Yeah, it's just his head doesn't look like it's at the right angle.
No, it's a good Photoshop, but you can tell it's still a Photoshop. Because it's like his head's and he's just been cut and dropped.
It's the neck for me. Like there's a gap at the back of his neck, and it's just like, what the hell? It just doesn't.
Also, that background's 100% green screen as well.
Oh, 100%. I'm not gonna lie though, Lucas. I wouldn't have noticed it unless you pointed it out. So you've ruined Aquaman 2 for me and everyone else watching.
You know, it's bullshit that people like Jason Momoa are the same species as me. That's fucked. I want to be built like Jason Momoa. That's fucking shithouse.
Eat fucking 10,000 grams of chicken breast a day or some shit.
Nah.
And train 6 hours.
So cardio's having sex.
I thought that was Henry Cavill, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, yeah. Jason Momoa is like really into rock climbing. I know that.
He would be. That's a cool thing to be into. So he would be into that.
Do you think
I bet he's got a huge dick as well, and he's just fucking. He's super rich, got a huge dick. Probably has like 18,000 fucking exotic cars. It's fun.
You know, just won the life lottery. Yeah.
How cool do you think he is on a scale of like coolest person on
I bet he's fucking
Earth?
sick. I bet he's the coolest motherfucker in the world.
Do you think Jason Momoa's like cool person rating #1?
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
I'd say he's up there. I don't think he's #1.
Who meant to know him, no? I want to meet him. Like that's like, here we go, another random bucket list. I reckon that would be so cool. Apparently, him and I are like the same height. Like, it's hard to get an actual height off Jason.
It's about all you got in common, then.
Yeah.
Not true.
I'm
Jason
from Hawaii as
Momoa.
well.
Jason Momoa also looks like he has a lazy eye.
Wow. Wait, is that your body in the Aquaman suit? And then just put his head over you?
What would be everything but just the eye?
He's apparently 3 centimeters taller than me. There you go.
Yeah, get wrecked.
If you were 3 centimeters taller, you could have been Aquaman. It's like that scene from The Simpsons. It's like, you would have been the perfect radioactive boy, except you're too tall.
I could still be Aquaman.
But you have seen Shang-Chi though? Have you?
No.
Brando?
I have. It was alright.
Did you like it?
It's not like best movie in the world, but it's pretty good. It holds up.
On a scale to like Thor Ragnarok being 10 and Ant-Man the Wasp being 1, where does it go?
I haven't seen Ant-Man the Wasp.
You think Ant-Man the Wasp is the worst?
Yeah, shit. So's fucking hot take. I did not enjoy Black Widow, the movie, either.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, I didn't enjoy it. The only redeeming quality of Black Widow was fucking the Red Guardian, whatever the fuck his name is.
Red Skull?
That from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Like,
that dude.
The Russian equivalent of Captain America. He's fucking great. Oh, and to be honest with you, maybe it's not as bad as I think it is, because her sister was really good in the movie as well.
Aren't they setting up her to be like evil Avengers lady or some shit?
Maybe. I don't know.
There's so much going on now. You know what they need? They need their version of Flashpoint. Which
I mean, I feel like that's what's gonna happen with like the Doctor Strange and stuff and all that.
I would be okay with that, honestly. I would be more than okay if they just was like, yeah, we'll reset the universe, recast everyone, whatever.
But you didn't answer my question though, Brando. Where is it along the line?
7.5. It drags on in a few places, but it's overall a pretty solid movie. The Kung Fu, I must say, as a huge like old school movie Kung Fu fan from growing up, it's good Kung Fu. It's not amazing like martial arts. It's not Enter Dragon martial arts level. It's good, but it's not like, man, we need some more. Yeah, we need more Enter the Fist. Isn't it Way of the Fist?
No, Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Yeah, no, not that one. Not that. The Way of the Fist is what I was thinking of.
So basically, you're saying like it's no fucking like Ip Man or like that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's good, but it needs to be better martial arts, I think.
How much Wong is in the movie?
Wong.
More than zero.
Wong's the guy from.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I thought it was a totally different fucking universe. Like not universe, but totally different movie franchise.
Yeah, I've seen him in a trailer. That's about it.
Oh, he's in the trailer?
I know that the 10 Rings is the same group of people as the guys that abducted Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
But
it was like the fake 10 Rings in Iron Man.
Oh, okay. So it's not the actual 10 Rings. It was just like
because remember, the Mandarin and that was all an actor and that sort of thing, and they were just setting him up to,
They were terrorists and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Iron Man 3 is pretty bad. I could almost say Iron Man 3 is like maybe not the worst, but it's easily bottom 5 for me.
He's not a great man.
What do you think the worst? You really think
He's not great either.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is the worst?
He's great.
I didn't like it.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
There's a lot,
Well,
million times better than 3.
I'm just like, I think I'm comparing it to number 1. One's just far better.
One's a goat, one's sick, one's lit.
Yeah.
Do you think Ant-Man and the Wasp is worse than Thor 1 or 2? Thor 2 is a shit movie.
Thor 2 is a terrible.
I think. Okay, look. We might have to do a tier list next week on the podcast.
Night elves, dude.
I think.
I want everything to be dark.
Thor 2 has to be the worst Marvel film.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know. I just really didn't enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp. To be honest.
I don't remember watching it, but I swear I've seen it.
Yeah.
I went to the movies to see Captain Marvel. I didn't think Captain Marvel was great. I thought it was okay.
A lot of people don't like Captain Marvel.
There's also a lot of fucking soy boys who are like, oh, women in movies can't like that.
Was Captain Marvel always a female? Or was it like a could be male?
I don't fucking know.
Type thing. I know there's a lot of Marvel characters that are like that. Like, it depends on the comic.
I mean, Captain Marvel, Shazam's name, wasn't it?
It was too.
I forgot Shazam was a movie. I watched that. That was fucking god awful. That was shit.
That's DC, so that's standard.
Yeah,
It's also a kids movie. I don't think it was that bad.
It wasn't great.
So,
Sorry, it was pretty shit.
I just want to say, I'm on like a list going through the rankings, like IMDb. Iron Man 2, the worst, number 25.
Really?
What's number 24? Bet you it's Thor 2.
Sorry, I just.
It's gotta be near the bottom.
Right.
Gauge.
Hey?
Huh?
Doctor Strange, then the Incredible Hulk.
Doctor Strange.
That was a decent film.
Yeah.
I like Doctor Strange. Yeah. No, that list is shit. Fuck it off. It doesn't.
Yeah.
We'll have to do our own tier list next week.
It's got Thor
And then-
Thor 2.
And then for the tier list, I can cut it out and make my own video and put it on my own channel. Genius content, boys. We're farming content.
Yeah, no, this is a pretty shit list, to be honest. You can't be going off scores. Surely this is personal opinion.
Maybe it's some like weird release or box office or something.
No, this guy's got Captain America First Avenger number 1. no, thank you.
Do you think
that's not the best?
I can't tell if I didn't like that movie back in the day or I don't like it now because we've got better movies.
Pretty much all the first of each of the series are all good. So the first Avenger, Captain America, was good. The first Iron Man was good.
Yeah, but Winter Soldier was better than Captain America.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier
was very good, but I liked number 1 a lot as well. I just like Origin. I'm a sucker for an origin story.
Nah, I'm over Origins. We've seen enough of them.
I like them. Wait, how is this not on the list, by the way? The new Matrix film.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, that came out of nowhere. I had no idea that was fucking gonna happen, and then it was all over fucking Reddit. I watched the trailer. I was like, they're actually making a new fucking Matrix film.
Nah.
With Keanu Reeves again.
Pissed. No Lawrence Fishburne. I'm not watching it.
Do you want a capital one?
Here you go. The Rotten Tomatoes scoring has Thor: The Dark World as the worst, and then The Incredible Hulk, then Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They're all pretty bad.
Yeah.
Brandon, you're not going to like this. What do you reckon number 1 is?
Thor Ragnarok. Like, highest rated.
Yeah, number 1, according to Rotten Tomatoes, the best.
Is it? Tell us this. Is it a like Avengers movie or is it a standalone?
No, standalone.
I don't know.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, I feel like it's Captain Marvel because I said I didn't like it a minute ago.
Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
You make me sound like a fucking racist. What the hell? What the fuck, Lucas?
Like the whole last scene is unfinished CGI. You made yourself look like a racist.
Wait, why do you hate Black Panther? What is your...
I don't hate Black Panther. Have you guys seen the South Park episode about it?
No.
the last time we talked about this, you complained about how the CGI wasn't finished in the whole last scene. That's what I was
I
hitting.
mean, I don't like that bit either, but I like the rest of the movie.
Yeah. You just dunked yourself, and I was like, wow.
Also, if Brandon, don't listen to him. It's okay not to like a movie if you don't like it.
I thought it was alright. I remember seeing it in the
thought-
cinemas and thinking it was okay.
I know it blew box office records out the window.
I mean, you hear a lot about how important representation and shit is, so good on it for giving people what they want, I guess.
I'm surprised it wasn't like one of the Avengers maybe.
Number 2 is Endgame. Yeah, Endgame.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And then Iron Man, then Ragnarok.
I will die on this hill though. Infinity War is way better than Endgame as a movie.
I would agree. Apart
Yeah.
the ending, I was happy with Endgame because the ending battle lived up to the hype. They went, you know what? We're gonna fucking put 90% of our budget into this fucking ending battle, and it was worth it. Like,
I imagine they're like the team of CGI artists or whatever you'd call them, digital artists, putting just say Spider-Man like this big over in the background,
yeah,
just crazy shit. Like there's so many little details that you can go back and watch that movie, and there's like barely any errors in that fight scene. Like it's ridiculous.
yeah.
Man.
No, that whole the last half an hour to fucking Endgame would have taken probably half the time to make that movie.
I will say this though, I really don't like the Thanos. Oh, that sounds so negative. I'm not the biggest fan of the Thanos payoff in Endgame, where they just kind of kill him in the first half an hour, and then the movie happens.
Oh, no, I love that. I love that.
I love the fact that they go to the planet and they kill him, and then it's like a time thing because they're fucking with time, and then them fucking with time makes Thanos. He makes him out to be clever enough to figure out they must have fucked with time, and then yeah, I love that. I thought that was cool.
And just the fact that Thor actually is it has PTSD, and that's why he actually kills him right then and there.
He did, yeah. There was and then it fucks him up mentally, and he's like, that. I like Thor's arc in general across all the films, even fucking Dark Age. It was just a cool he goes from this fucking full of bravado macho character to being yes, born with royalty, I will be king of Asgard one day, into turning into an actual leader that doesn't necessarily want the title anymore and gets fucked up by real world violence and doesn't necessarily want to use violence to solve all of it. It's cool. I like it. I like arcs. Arcs are good.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Loki was good for that as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Loki and him are probably the two most developed characters in the thing.
Yeah, because Iron Man kind of did the same thing. He went from being this massive dickhead full of rich asshole to being an actual humanitarian and being a good guy at the end that just wanted to protect everybody, and you know what I mean.
But I feel his
some asshole tendencies.
I was gonna say he's a bit of the same, regardless. Throughout all the films.
Yeah.
Whereas it's justifiable with how Endgame is he's hurt with how basically they failed. I'm sorry, Infinity War, with how they failed and all that sort of thing. I understand it, but it's I just feel Thor had more of that progression.
I don't know.
Progression and regression.
Thinking about it now though, Iron Man didn't want to do anything in Endgame because he was happy, and then did it for Spider-Man, and that takes some fucking character, if you ask me. I reckon.
Yeah.
He lost nothing. He could have just lived the rest of his life. I mean, it's not nothing. I guess Spider-Man's close to him, but he has his family now, and yeah. Yeah.
Man, it'd be hard to watch these movies in the UK if you didn't have a TV license.
Not a good one.
I'm
giving you 2, and that's you being generous.
Joe, did you have a TV license?
Well, I did. It turns out I wasn't aware that I had one, but I did have one.
Did you ask your
If only-
parents about it?
No, I forgot actually. I was around their place this weekend as well. I should have asked them about it.
Do you want to explain why we're talking about a TV license?
Brad, we were talking in Discord, us three. And I don't know if Curtis was there or not, but Brandon brought up the subject.
Curtis, if you're there, let us know in the comments. But go on.
Brandon brought up the subject of the UK having a TV license, which I thought was a fucking myth and was not a thing. But it turns out it is a thing. If you live in the UK and have a UK permanent residency or citizenship, you're currently paying, I believe it was £160 a year for free-to-air TV and...
You can't call it that now.
Well, it's not free-to-air TV. Licensed TV and fucking all that crap. I didn't no idea. Absolutely no idea. It grossed somewhere in the vicinity of $3 to $4 billion pounds last year for the UK government.
And you're saying Australia has one as well, but it's just like...
Well, Australia's one's like $20, which I spent more on that on my Subway than for lunch today. Like, that's fine. Like, but yeah, it's scuffed. I did not know that was a thing.
Side conversation. What's your sub of choice?
Well, I went with the Uber Eats lunchtime bundle today, which was you don't get many choices. So mine was a Italian meat, so like salami and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I had it fresh as well. I'm a fresh Subway guy. I'm not a toasted guy, which most people are toasted.
Wow. Yeah. Not often I come across a freshie.
Cheese, man. I gotta melt the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that. I had some of my subs toasted, but I don't know. I like fresh. I like the soft, just baked bread over toasted bread, typically.
You know what I can't stand? Toasted? A tuna sub.
Tuna subs are lit, and you can fuck yourself if you don't think they are.
No, I just don't like them toasted.
Tuna's good in general. Tuna's great.
Tuna is good.
I was looking at a thing today, and this is the weirdest thing. It was like a thread about like the best toasted sandwiches like that are underrated, and it was like tuna, salad cream, and gherkins. Apparently,
salad cream.
Yeah, what's a salad cream?
I was gonna say you guys would have no idea what salad cream is. Salad cream is like a mayonnaise-y equivalent thing that they make in the UK. By Heinz, it's salad cream.
Is it just like ranch or something, or tzatziki?
No, it's different than ranch. It's weird. I haven't had salad cream in a fucking long time.
Salad cream sounds like a fucking porno or something.
What's the difference between salad cream and mayonnaise? Salad cream uses more vinegar than oil, whilst mayonnaise is the other way around. For example, in Heinz salad cream, it's 22% rapeseed oil, while in Heinz mayonnaise, it's 68%. So there's more vinegar in salad cream, so it's a bit more tangy.
I learned about salad cream from the Fuckface podcast. Actually,
it's good. Salad cream's yummy. It's not a great name for a product. I will grant you that.
Yeah.
You guys love that fucking like tangy vinegar taste, though, don't you? Like you put fucking
vinegar's lit.
Don't you put vinegar on your like fries and chips?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because it's amazing and it's delicious, mate.
You can't comprehend it.
If you ever go to the UK, go to a fish and chip place, get yourself some cod chips, and drown the motherfucker in malt vinegar and salt. Oh,
what about
God,
lemon?
So
Do you throw some lemon on there?
You can put lemon on there as well. Yeah,
see, I feel like a lemon's a staple in Australian fish and chips. That shit's fucking good.
See, the difference is like over here you're typically eating fish and chips on like a hot as fuck beach, so you don't want super heavy food. Over in the UK, you get fish and chips. You know, you're bundled up and it's cold outside, so you go get your warm fish and chips, and it's like thick, proper thick cut chips. And
don't you eat like mushy peas with it and shit too? It's like fish chips and mushy peas. I'm not a massive
fan of mushy peas, but they are a staple as well. Yeah.
I'm not a soggy chip person, so like putting vinegar on my chip.
No. See, this is where you're fucking yourself up.
You're saying this is a misconception?
Yes. So you get the chips fresh out of the fryer, mate. They are fucking boiling hot, right? Still with a little bit of oil on them. Then you put vinegar on them, eat them straight away. They're not mushy. They've just got vinegar on them. And they are fucking delicious.
You know what else you guys don't have over in UK though? Chicken salt. That shit's fucking
we
good.
don't. Chicken salt is very good. I will grant you. It's the superior salt over table.
What about garlic salt?
Garlic salt's the bomb.
Chicken salt over garlic salt there.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have a salt tier list too.
Wait, Himalayan rock salt also pretty
I
good.
just think sea salt flakes.
Sea salt flakes very good as well.
Salt Bae. That's a dated reference.
Speaking of Bay, how's Adam Cole, baby?
Oh,
Wait, not a bad.
What was that? What were you going for?
Who, me?
Yeah.
He does his boom thing.
I thought it was the like little fingers up in the air thing.
I don't know who this person is, by the way.
So AEW had the biggest pay-per-view, you'd call it, like their version of WrestleMania on the weekend. Lucas watched it and kept me updated. I was working at the time, so I couldn't watch it. But I saw a few spoilers and a few things, and yeah, it was really good.
So, yeah, can I? Because this was my first ever AEW pay-per-view. Like I've
go.
strictly been a WWE guy, like just because it's always been more like readily available for me. And coming in and watching this, and it basically being like, hey, here's all the guys that like fucking brilliant in WWE, but WWE doesn't want to use them properly, and just stick them on the main card. Man, it was a banger. Like the Young Bucks match, like it's probably the one match without like not ex WWE guys. Like I think they trained in there once, but like that was probably one of the best tag team matches I've ever watched.
People are saying that's match of the year candidate, by the way, too.
Yeah. Oh, that was a banger. What you call it? The CM Punk's like return, like. They made like a bunch of like real like old wrestling matches to like Bret Hart and the 1-2-3 Kid and stuff like that. Like they made like a bunch of just throwbacks to like your GOAT wrestlers fighting up and comers, which was really cool. And then the main event, man, like the match could have finished like the match didn't mean anything. Like it was a good match. Don't get me wrong.
Christian still got it. Like how he wasn't.
Yeah.
Pushed more in WWE, I don't know, but yeah, go on.
But like, it finishes and like, literally, they're like the bad faction or whatever. So the Elite starts attacking Christian again, and then these guys all run out. And you're like, oh yes, someone's going to come out. Everyone's thinking Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson's going to come out because he's like the guy that's being rumored for like months and weeks on end, sort of thing. And then this music hits, and just like, that's not Brian, and it's fucking Adam Cole, baby. Oh, right. He's like the GOAT of the NXT for like the last 5 years. Probably like the best NXT star for like since they started. Comes out, and he like teases like turning on the Elite, who were like, they were like best mates before he went to WWE. And then he just went and just starts beating the shit out of like the good guys again. So he's just like, "Yep, I'm one of the Elite," and it's just like, "Oh yeah." And then they just start like doing promos and shit in the ring. You're like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna finish here." Boom! Flight of the Valkyries hits. Daniel Bryan comes out. It's just
Bryan
like,
Danielson.
oh, bro. I'm always gonna call him Daniel Bryan just because it's like my brain works that way. But man, that ending, like. I don't even think The Rock's going to top that for WWE. Like, that's the only thing I think that WWE's got in their mind would be, like, top it. But, like, the reaction was just, like, unreal, man. Like, they, like, you know, the whole figurative saying of, like, blowing the roof off the place. They did it multiple times in one night. Like, it was... Yeah. I know there's not a big wrestling contingency, so like I don't know we won't sit on it too long, but
I'm looking at Joe because I'm with you and I'm watching. This is weird because it's like trying to explain, and I'm going to try and use terms that you
know
understand.
What I'm doing right now? I'm currently reading the Wikipedia page of Adam Cole because I was like, I don't know who this person is.
Well, I was about to say, this is like trying to make you understand and explain to you all of the lore for Lord of the Rings by starting with Return of the King. Like, that's what we're doing right now. But no, yeah,
he's had quite a lucrative career by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Is he your favourite wrestler, Lucas?
He at the moment, yeah, probably.
In NXT as well?
Yeah. I think he's probably been my favourite for like the last 2-3 years, maybe.
He had that.
I think before that was AJ Styles.
He had that amazing match with Kyle O'Reilly Rumble weekend. No, Mania weekend. That 2 out of 3 falls or something? I can't remember.
It wasn't even Mania. That was SummerSlam weekend.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Week before SummerSlam, yeah.
Was that the last time I watched wrestling? Fuck, I thought it's been ages. But no, basically, this new up-and-coming company is just kicking this old company's ass. And I'm all for it because I've been over WWE for years. I haven't watched much, and I read a few things, and I try and keep up. But every time I read something, I'm like, why did they have to do that? Like, that's an awful decision they made. Yeah. So I'm really, really barracking for the young guys. Hope they come up and, stir the pot a little bit. Create some heat.
And what, it was last week's Dynamite, like, almost beat Raw in the rating, or like the viewership or whatever.
So I think Raw was really low, like 1.7, and I think Dynamite did 1.3, which is their second highest show, and only got beat by their opener, which is, and to be 300,000 or 400,000 people less than Raw, which has been on for nearly 30 years at this point, is crazy. Like,
and on a lesser TV station in most countries.
I believe so. I think it's a different thing. I'm not sure how it all works over there.
That's probably the reason why it came close, is because I would argue that most people nowadays don't consume that on TV anymore. They all watch it online. You'd
be surprised how important those ratings are, especially by the TV companies.
They are important, but I think the majority of people are streaming the event on both platforms now, which is why the numbers could get closer, because there's no preference either way, apart from public image.
Yeah, it's big times in the wrestling industry. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's
there's a shake-up, and I'm excited. Yeah. It's
the superstar shake-up.
I hope not.
What's Vince McMahon gonna do?
Oh mate, that guy just, like, the more and more that happens on WWE, just seems like he's losing his mind. Not even slowly, like it's just like he's letting go guys that should be like top talents. He's like pretty much confirms Triple H isn't gonna like be the one to take over.
That's heartbreaking.
I'm
such a
he's letting the
fan.
guys that have been like tanking his company for like the last like 5 years. They've been like having like budget cuts for the last 2 years, like, even though they've been turning like huge like profits from they were before.
I think their last year or the year before was a record profit, and they let go of like over 100 jobs. I think I may be pulling that figure out of my ass here, but over 100 jobs of both off-screen and on-screen talent. So
you just think he's ahead of the curve and realizes he's going out, so he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to make as much money as possible.
There's no way he's going out the way... Well, if he keeps up, he'll be going out, but the way that they were structured, they absolutely should not be going out ever, or at least anytime soon.
The way I look at it, what I thought, and I think I heard someone talk about it, is like, it seems more and more like Vince wants to sell the company, and he's trying to sell it as a streamlined company, so like someone will be like, oh yep, sweet, I can just walk straight in here. Whereas like the big company WWE that is like almost unattainable for anyone. Like,
it's a gargantuan company. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
So like, more he lays off people, it's like, okay, they've got to take on less of a staff force. All right, the ratings are down. We can like bring the ratings up and stuff like that. It seems like he doesn't want to give it on to anyone. He just wants to get rid of it and make money. You know?
The company is currently valued at 5.7 billion.
They were looking at selling to all sorts of people too. Fox, ESPN, Disney. Hopefully Tony Khan gets in there and buys it. Could you imagine? Could you honestly imagine?
Imagine they did like, you know how Shane McMahon...
WCW.
Is Vince McMahon the sole owner?
Nah, he's majority shareholder though, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, who's Tony Khan's son?
Nick Khan's the bad guy from WWE. He's the one trying to sell the company and fire everyone, and no one likes him, and I can't blame them either. Like he's doing his job, but he's doing a shit job.
I hate to I always seem to be the one to do this, but like, where are we sitting time wise? Because I don't want to be, I feel like we've been going for a long time today.
It's a good podcast. Joe's back, unexplained, so let's skip right over that. Yeah, well, all right. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, where are we sitting at time wise?
I think it's about an hour 20 anyway. So
yeah, that's you know what? I've got a. Let's have a look. Let's get a daily quote to finish on, and then Joe can give us a wrap up. All right. So
we do daily quotes now.
I've decided I want to do one. All right. Do not look back on happiness or dream of it in the future. All right. That's just let that one go for you. All right.
You know, when I said an hour 20, I didn't mean we had to drag out time. we can finish up.
What do you do to fucking go to Kmart and read the shit of the posters they have on the shelves or something? Why are we doing daily quotes?
I just thought it'd be funny.
If you want more daily quotes, let us know in the comments.
Do you know what is funny? If you ever meet a person that quotes Mother Teresa, they're fucking idiots. Because she was an absolutely horrible person in real life. An absolute awful person.
Didn't she come up with Live, Laugh, Love?
Which
no,
one?
She came up with it. With you are what you eat. Alright, we're going. See you later, guys. And remember, Mother Teresa, don't listen to her. And we'll see you next time.
If there's one takeaway from this podcast, it's don't listen to Mother Teresa. And you should like and subscribe. Bye, guys.
Come back next week when I talk about my Uno story.
It's our